It was a quiet evening when a kind-hearted stranger stumbled upon a heartbreaking sight in their yard. A fragile, emaciated young cat lying motionless, barely clinging to life. His small body was nothing but skin and bones, his fur matted with dirt, his eyes dull and lifeless. He was too weak to move, his breath slow and laboured. The stranger knew they had to act fast. Without hesitation, they scooped him up and rushed him to the nearest animal shelter, hoping against hope that it wasn't too late. This poor soul was later named Brisbane, a name that would soon be known by thousands. At only a year old, he had already endured so much suffering. When he was weighed at the shelter, he was barely 5 pounds, a shocking and heartbreaking number for a cat his age. Dehydrated and starving, it was clear that Brisbane had been neglected for a long time. No one knew for certain what had happened to him. Perhaps he'd been abandoned in an empty apartment, left to wither away without food or water, or maybe he'd been trapped in a shed, unable to escape. Whatever the case, Brisbane had faced unimaginable pain and loneliness. Yet, despite it all, he remained gentle, sweet, and loving. Purring weakly even as he fought for his life. The shelter ran tests and confirmed what no rescuer ever wants to hear. Brisbane had Feline Immunodeficiency Virus FIV and Feline Leukemia Virus FeLV. In most shelters, such a diagnosis is a death sentence. Many places would have deemed him too sick, too weak to save. But Brisbane's story was not over yet. One rescuer, refusing to give up on him, made a promise. If there's a chance to save him, I'll take it. Brisbane's road to recovery was long and uncertain. His liver values were dangerously high, a sign that he had gone without food for an extended period. He also had a severe upper respiratory infection, making it difficult for him to breathe. Every day was a fight, one he wasn't sure he could win. For weeks, Brisbane received round-the-clock care. His rescuers fed him small, nutritious meals, carefully monitoring his weight gain. They bathed him, wrapped him in warm blankets, and whispered words of encouragement, hoping he would find the strength to keep going. And he did. Despite everything, Brisbane was a fighter. He ate ravenously, his body desperately trying to make up for lost time. Slowly but surely, he started gaining weight, and his once dull eyes began to shine with life again. The frail, broken cat they had rescued was transforming before their eyes. His sweet personality blossomed, and he showered his caretakers with love and affection. Brisbane had become an inspiration. His story spread far and wide, touching the hearts of animal lovers everywhere. People followed his progress, cheering him on, sending messages of support, and donating to help cover his medical expenses. He was no longer alone, he had an entire community rooting for him. Brisbane's story is one of resilience, love, and the incredible power of compassion. But it is also a reminder of how many animals suffer in silence, abandoned, starving, and alone. For every Brisbane that is saved, there are countless others who don't get a second chance. You can be the difference. If you see an animal in distress, don't look away. Rescue them. Donate to shelters and organisations that work tirelessly to save lives. Advocate for the voiceless. Every small act of kindness matters. Brisbane may be gone, but his story lives on. Let us honour his memory by continuing the fight. For him, and for all the animals still waiting for someone to save them. Rest in peace, sweet Brisbane. You were loved more than you ever knew. For 6 beautiful months, Brisbane knew nothing but love. He was spoiled with soft beds, delicious meals, and endless cuddles. His rescuers adored him, and he adored them right back. But then, just when it seemed like he had won his battle, tragedy struck. The illness that had lurked in his body for so long finally caught up to him. Brisbane was diagnosed with cancer, a devastating blow after everything he had already overcome. Despite the best efforts of his rescuers and veterinarians, the disease spread rapidly. Brisbane's body, once so resilient, could no longer fight. His caretakers held him close, whispering gentle words, assuring him that he was loved beyond measure. On his final day, he lay peacefully in the arms of those who had saved him, surrounded by warmth and love. On that day, the world lost a beautiful soul. Brisbane had defied the odds, had fought with everything he had, and had touched countless lives. His passing left a void in the hearts of those who had followed his journey, but his legacy would never be forgotten.
How's that? Yeah. Tail go. Go to sleep. Don't scratch. Don't scratch. Look at your tail.